Hello, welcome to Karita's View of Real Talk. I'm going to be talking about Country Wayne skits. Yes, that's what I'm going to be talking about. The main one to be talking about right now is going to be between Anthony, Amber, Kai, and Shayla. Yes, it needs to be talked about more because I think that, we're not talking about it enough so we can get some action done. You know what I'm saying? We need some action done. So, yes, I'm just going to move this moment to talk about that. I got 10 minutes and we're going to discuss it. Now, the first thing I want to talk about is where is Amber, the girl from Detroit? The smoking, hot, feisty, smart Amber. Because I'm going to tell you something. In the real world, I know this is from Wayne's world, but in the real world, a sister, yes, I said that, a sister is not going to let these little skit writers get away with what they're letting Shayla get away with. And you know I'm right. Because look, you gotta think it like this. Think it this way. If this woman were to call my husband while we're at home at night, and it looked like it's about what 9:30, and you want me to leave my home and go pick up my son from your mother's house, he would still be over there. He would have spent the night. I'm not going to get up and get out of my home unless it's an emergency. That was not an emergency. That was something your mother could have kept the boy. That's her grandson. She's over there in a big old house by herself, apartment or whatever, and you're just taking your makeup off. So, just like Kai stays over there when you stayed over to Pierre's house, Kai could stay over there again another night. Now, I can see if it had been an emergency and you had car trouble, you couldn't get him or something, or you need me to pick him up and take you home or something, that would have been different. Then me as a loving wife said, babe, let's get in my SUV and we're going to get them together. Or, you know what would have been better? Anthony, if she wants you to go pick up Kai, we'll go pick up Kai. That's no problem. And Anthony said, babe, you're not upset? No, why should I be? Kai's a part of you. And you're my husband. I don't want you roaming around here this time of night without me. So let's roam and go get him together. If y'all want to be in Skits World, I'll be in Skits World with you. But that's not how Amber really should act. She could still be a woman of God and retain her part as his wife, as Kai's stepmom. Who is going to love Kai more? Who is going to love Kai less? Nobody. Everybody can love that baby all the same. Nobody can love him no more than the other one can. I don't care if Amber did not have that baby. She could love Kai like he was her own because that's her husband's son. And she loves her husband. See, they're going to have to do some things that they don't want to do with Shayla. The first thing they're going to have to do is not play her game, but to treat her with kindness. That eats them up every time. Because I'm not calling Shayla a devil, but the devil is out to kill, steal, and destroy. And the best way to fight that is with kindness. You got to treat them with kindness. Kindness will make them melt. Kindness is like you setting a fire to them, and they're going to burn. Because every time Anthony says, I'm going back home to my wife, she's slowly melting. And every time Amber be nice and she step up and she joined Anthony when he goes over, they're melting even more. Steal, kill, and destroy. And you fight that back with kindness. Righteousness always wins. Even have a little fun every now and then. But at the end, righteousness wins. We let you get away with this and that a little bit, and you think you're doing something. Like Shayla said, I thought so. So you're going to call knowing I'm home with my wife just to aggravate me, just to get on my last nerves. No. Mm-mm. You know what? Amber and I did not mind going to pick up Kai and bringing her here to you. As a matter of fact, she's out there in the car. You want to say hello to her? That would have ate her up. Again, she would have melted some more. But you know what? She's at her mom's house all the time anyway, and so is Kai. We want her to get some child support money. We want a DNA test. Some kind of way. Let Kai go over to Anthony and Amber's house. Somebody go over there and take a DNA test and find out whether or not that baby is truly Anthony's child. Then you will get your karma for Anthony, and you'll also get your karma for Shayla, because she won't have Anthony to pay for the apartment anymore, pay for her car anymore. That's her karma. So that's what we need. We need that DNA done by someone just to come, Coco, Amber's cousin, someone, anybody, come and sneak a DNA test in there and prove that Kai is not Anthony's child. That would be great karma. That's what you want. I just gave it to you. Use it. Thank you, and God bless.